Hello everyone! I have a brand new video for you today. This one is for Wild Whisper. I'm going to be using the new collection Just Because, which is full of yellows and blues and teals and is absolutely perfect for a boy layout. I'm going to start with this gorgeous stencil. This is one of Paige Evans' stencils. This is the one with all of the stars. I've pulled out Blueprint Sketch and Peacock Feathers, and I'm just blending those two colors together to create these beautiful stars. The stars are going to go from the top left to the bottom right of my layout, and as you can see here, I'm not really cleaning my brush between colors because I want them to mix. I'm using two colors that blend together quite beautifully, and so I want to be able to have them blend on my page beautifully as well. I'm just going to go in with both those colors. I'm going to blend them out. I'm going to let them play with each other. And this is just going to be the first layer. We're going to put multiple layers of media on this paper. So because of that, this is a nice, thick, heavy piece of Basil Marshmallow cardstock. And I'm just going to continue on here, kind of deciding where I want these stars to go and blending them until I'm happy with their placement. I'm going to let them dry when I'm finished just a little bit, and then we're going to add another media on top of this one. Now we're going to use that exact same stencil. I'm using some washi tape that literally was just sitting on my desk, and I'm like, that'll work. And I'm going to block off sections of the stencil this time. And so over these stars, I'm going to place some this is from Moda Scrap, and it's called Fluffy Texture Paste. I purchased mine at Simon Says Stamp, so I know that they have it, and they have it in lots of colors, but honestly, I've never seen it anywhere else, and it is the most amazing stuff ever. I've used it in videos before, and I bought myself 2 bottles of it because that's how much I love it. So it's really, I love a good, light, fluffy texture paste. I really have an obsession with it feeling and like frosting. Like I want it to be that gorgeous, So I'm pretty picky, and I've really only recently found 1 or 2 that is perfect for it. So with it, there's not a lot out there. A lot of times you get like grainy or icky, but there are 3. Moda Scrap's Fluffy Texture Paste, Altenews Embossing Paste, and a Faber-Castell Whipped Spackle. Those are my 3 favorites. So the next thing I'm going to do, these are my photos. These are photos of my nephew. They match the collection really well, and I also think the photos are really great. I think this collection, which is called the Just Because collection, is perfect for boy layouts. And then the only thing is there's not a lot of icons to it, so you definitely need to add, if you want an icon, you definitely need to kind of add that in. And in this case, we're just going to use those wood veneer cameras that are in that little container off to the side. So I'm going to put lots of different layers behind my photo. I'm going to stagger the layers, different lengths and widths. Widths. Man, why is my tongue twisting over that word today? So weird. Anyway, so, and then what I'm going to do is, I don't know why I'm getting my planner out. That's silly. Moving on then. So I have cut all of these different papers to different lengths and widths, and I also roughed them up with and distress them a bit. I used, if you look at the top left, you can see it sitting on my desk, that little distressing tool from Tim Holtz. That's what I used. But of course, you could use anything. You can distress things with scissors. I mean, you don't need anything special. I am just tearing and folding over different spots on my layers, and then I am attaching the folded over pieces with some staples just to add a little bit more texture, a little bit more interest to my page. My background is dry, and now what I want to do is I want to place my 3 photos on my page, but I want to place the photos at an angle. I don't want them to be completely straight. I want them to be slightly tilted. I think that this adds to the whimsicalness of the page, and I think that it adds to the interest. One more thing here is I'm going to grab my black Night Moves shimmers colorings. I have spilled this black ink on my desk no less than twice, and it's still going strong. Anyway, I'm going to add splatters, and then that's just going to add to my background a little bit. I kind of wanted that little pop of black onto my background. And you can't see it super fabulously on the video, but in person, it's there, and it's very, very nice. Okay, so next item that we're going to work with on my layout. Oh, I had to change my tape runner. See, I had to change my tape runner. So I bought those tape runners August 5th, and I used that tape runner, and I just had to change it when I did this video, which was a couple days ago, so probably right around September 5th. All right, next up. These are coordinating flares that come with the collection. This is a small collection, so the only items in this collection are the 12 by 12 papers and the coordinating flares. So you definitely need to kind of grab a little bit more from your stash to create a layout. I'm going to use, in my clusters, I did that swath of stars. I'm going to use 3 flare badges, and then I'm going to use these cameras. What I'm doing here is I've taken out the 2 colors of Distress Oxide inks that I used on the background, and I'm just pushing the wood veneer into the ink. And so what it does is it covers the ink, but not completely. And then the ink kind of soaks in to the wood veneer. So at the end, you really can tell that it's wood veneer, and that it has that distressed look to it. They have like a distressed look to them. So I also went ahead and added some Nuvo stone drops. Now, if you watch my channel often, you know that I'm not big on the Nuvo. I don't use it very often, but I have these 2 colors of stone drops that I got from Christina at the Secret Not Secret Kid Club, and I just happen to love those stone drops. And so I got really good at using them. I really like them, so I just kind of ordered more, which if you are in the market and you want some Nuvo, I highly recommend subscribing to the Tonic channel, because every weekend they have bundle deals on different products, and I was able to snap a really nice bundle of Nuvo drops for, I think they were $8 for 5, so that's a really, really good price. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead. I am gluing down my flare, and I am inking up and gluing down my cameras, and then we're going to go ahead and grab some thickers and work on our title. Okay, so the next little bit I'm going to do here is I pulled some thickers from my stash, and I'm going to add some information. I'm going to have my title be Cool Kid, but then I'm also going to add some information on to this layout using these thickers. I'm going to add the year that this photo was taken, which was 2018, so this is last year's picture. And then up at the top, I'm going to put my nephew's age, and he was 12 in these photos. So that gives me kind of like my journaling, the information about my photos that I want on the layout. And that is where I'm going to go ahead and leave this one. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope that you are all having a fabulous Monday so far. I hope that you will come back and see me this week. I have lots of videos coming up for you this week. And yeah, I think that's about it. Have a great, great day, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye.